Let me preface this video by saying that I've been riding for just shy of 50 years and I am still alive. And the information in this video is something you should figure out for yourself and make the correct choice for you. So recently I was on a motorcycle trip and I had my very expensive motorcycle gloves. I usually tuck them right behind the headlight or the handlebars, between the tank and the handlebars. And a lot of motorcycle gloves have Velcro on them. And unbeknownst to me, one of the Velcros had stuck to my chest, right to my t-shirt. I had my jacket unzipped and I was going into a convenience store to, the thing. Well, when I got into the convenience store, I walked to the desk and there was a guy actually coming my way from the men's room. I grabbed the key with a giant handle on it, and he said to the guy that was standing now behind me at the cash register, "Hey, the toilet won't flush." So being the adventurer I am, I continued on to the men's room because, well, I'm a plumber. So I walked into the men's room, opening the door with the key with the large handle on it, and bent over to press the button on the automatic flush valve. There's one right on the side. You press that and it flushes. Bombs away, as it were. Unfortunately, my glove had dropped off, lost the Velcro contact with my t-shirt, and dropped on top of the pile of poop that if you needed to put any more in there, you'd have to stomp it down. Well, I wasn't going after that one, so I said bye-bye and saw it go, and I was the one glove wonder like Michael Jackson the rest of the day. So one of the things I've been pondering, and I was in no shopping mood for gloves at the point in time. I ride adventure motorcycles. I used to ride dirt bikes, but I don't do that anymore, and I just started riding that big old girl on the back there. However, I've been pondering the idea of not purchasing motorcycle gloves. This is a controversial subject that everything must be CE or Snell rated or whatever. However, I think some common sense could be applied. And like I said, this is a choice for you. I'm not telling you what to do. So banging away at angry comments, don't do that. I'm just saying I have an idea. What I've been actually pondering is the idea of not using motorcycle gloves. Looking at a lot of them, there's a lot of gimmicks. I had a really good pair of Icons that had D3O armor on the back of the knuckles. That's good for momentary contact with the ground. I'm not certain that that is, totally necessary. Anything between you and the ground is a good idea. And even if it was just abrasion resistance, a layer of D3O is a good idea. I'm a big fan of D3O. However, there's lots of gimmicks and little plastic nodules and bumpy things and like that on gloves, and they charge you $200, $300, $400 for a set of gloves. I mean, you can buy some cheap ones, but people poo-poo those pretty much anyway. So looking into the glove market, and I'm in the construction industry, and we have things called OSHA, or ANSI ratings. And these gloves that we use for work gloves are pretty highly rated. Now, the leather gloves are poo-pooed in my industry now for fiber type gloves. However, they do make work gloves for a lot of folks that still use them. So I went looking around for gloves, construction gloves that have the same characteristics as motorcycle gloves. If you look at them with a eye towards protection, I'm not talking about your average garden gloves or your driver gloves or things like that. I'm talking about gloves that are for real construction, not Joe Homemaker. So the gloves that I'm going to look at, or what I'm going to show you actually, are gloves that have lots of the characteristics of motorcycle gloves. I think for me, I may have found probably the best motorcycle gloves or alternative motorcycle gloves on the market. I apologize for the motor in the background. I have no idea what that is, but one of my neighbors is doing what they constitutionally are allowed to do. These are MCR Mustang safety gloves. So one of the things I wanted was knuckle protection, finger protection, palm protection, double layer leather on any areas that may be braided. I also surprisingly found, unlike motorcycle gloves, these are completely stitched with Kevlar. See all that yellow stitching? The entire glove is completely stitched. Even the elastic is stitched with Kevlar. They come in regular length gloves. They come in a 4-inch gauntlet glove. If you stretch these out a little bit, they'll fit over your jacket. But they have knuckle protection, finger protection, palm protection, thumb protection, and they are goat skin. They are thicker than the most expensive motorcycle glove, believe it or not. So you've got thicker leather, you've got double leather where even motorcycle gloves don't. They are made of goat skin, just like the most expensive $300-400 motorcycle gloves. They are pre-curved somewhat, not like motorcycle gloves, but they are hugely comfortable. They are pre-curved to fit around a tool. You can't really see that now, but when you slide them on, they feel pre-curved. These are, if you are wondering, a Mustang, and I will put the number in the video, but these are MCR Safety Mustang gloves, MU3624s. One thing that's super surprising too is you can purchase these. If you put a K on the end of that number, they are Kevlar lined, completely lined inside with Kevlar. I didn't go that far with it because I wanted to try these out. These were $22. These were $24. To get them Kevlar lined, they are 30 bucks. I think it's worth a shot. If I lose my hand, I'll let you know, or if they work out great, I'll let you know, but I will give a long-term review. These are fantastic gloves, and the logo's on there, but so isn't the Icon logo or whatever Dainese logo or whatever. I don't think that that's too bad a looking logo anyway. I really don't care, just as long as they protect my hands. Some enterprising young individual that is going to point out that motorcycle gloves have a strap. Now, I can put this glove on my hand and it will slide off easier than those work gloves. If you buy a properly sized work glove, it should not slide off very easy. If this strap, as some people indicate, is strong enough to keep it on your hand in the event of a motorcycle crash and you go sliding down the road, this keeps you on, it would be strong enough to deglove your hand. And I'm not talking about this glove, I'm talking about the skin and flesh that's on your bones. It would remove the skin and bones from your hand. It's called degloving, and you can't put it back on. So these things would come off in that incident because you don't want these tight enough to keep them on your body. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching. It's some food for thought. I'm going to use them. It's up to you whether you want to use them or not. I will again put the full name and number of these things in there. I'm not supported by these people. I just found them and think they're a good idea and pass it along. Thanks for watching. Adios.